Hi, Tapas Fleming here, and I have the fun of introducing my friend and colleague, Laura Merton. So, Laura, how long have you been doing TAT? And just would like to hear about your experience with the ACEs program.
Yes, hi. I first came across TAT, it must be coming up to 20 years ago. And then the first time I met you, Tapas, was at the Practicing Presence in Manchester. And I just loved it and wanted to know more. So now I'm a TAT Pro. So for these years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that even though you've been doing TAT all this time, that the new ACEs program was really valuable for you. So I wanted to hear about that.
Yes, and I'm fascinated to see, it's because it's only been going on for a couple of months. So I'm fascinated to see what's going to happen with this amazing and really comprehensive program, not just in my life, but in the lives of some of my clients as well. Um, it's, I have found it to be so sort of whole making because um, in receiving the benefits of TAT, working with myself or working with you or working with other practitioners, I've really been able to clear such a lot of stress and tension from my life and bring in so much more authenticity and ease and joy and all those good things and lots of healing.
Mhm.
But I wanted to do the ACEs because I think that a lot of us in the world are kind of in transition, and I am in my life too. So what I found in doing it is that I'm finding a lot of things coming up in this wonderful way that the ACEs program just lets you kick back and does a lot of the thinking for you and just asking you the right questions. It's like you're interviewing us, and then we get to interview ourselves and our past selves to say, what was that? And what was that feeling really like? And what is that pattern that got started? And how does that echo in our life story? And what can we do about it? And I've just found, wow, you can do a lot and find so many unresolved kind of, what I find I'm using it for is the smaller but the more chronic states of being or times in my life that then repeated, and being able to follow that thread back and forward, and also think that there can be this wonderful resolution.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when you say whole making, do you mean by picking up the pieces of the smaller things that you hadn't seen before? That's making more of a whole healing? Is
I
that what you
I
were thinking?
I do, and I also mean other parts of me that I hadn't really
Ah,
addressed before.
ah.
So for instance, doing a session earlier, I saw a part of me that was in just a really difficult situation as a child where I felt really powerless and confused, and I was able, really to just grab that child up in my arms. Like really, I saw it and felt it and just kind of laugh and say, whatever, but it's all fine. And I was always there for you, and
Mm,
you're part of me now. And, it's just part of all it is and all that good stuff. And it's really beautiful. It's
mm,
really like, it's really moving when that happens.
mm.
Yeah.
So having done that, have you seen a way that or some of the healing you've done in the ACEs program has made a difference in how you're dealing with life situations right now?
Uh, yes, most definitely. Because of the way that it's structured, it's just inevitable that doing those TAT ACEs videos, there just brings so many aha moments, like, that's this, and this is like then. Um, plus the fact that I'm finding that I can use it in so many different ways. Like it's bringing up a lot of these old stories and old parts that had been almost dismissed as being not as important as the big stuff. But I also did the TAT for physical abuse as a child. And luckily that was pretty easy because I didn't have such a hard time with that. But then I used it a second time, and I was able to use it on the way that I had abused my body. That I was the one who had created physical abuse, like even to the point of having to have had a hip replacement operation, and any parts of my body in my hip, and it didn't understand that that was for their own good, but it was really pretty dramatic and difficult. And other things as well, you know, other things that I have done with my body as well, that I've chosen not to love it, instead of just, you know, letting it love me and loving it back.
That's brilliant.
It's been amazing.
That's a brilliant use of that.
Yeah.
Physical violence. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
what is a difference you've seen in a life situation, or how your body feels, or how you interact with people in the here and now based on the healing you've done with the ACEs program? Just like one example.
Right. Okay. Well, one example of the ACEs program is being involved in a situation. I'm now in a legal situation where I've got to have you know, unpleasant meetings and endure, you know, legal attacks and stuff like that. And, you know, those feelings of this isn't fair, you know, this is cruel, this isn't fair, this isn't right. You know, even finding some of those moments of kind of lost innocence, as a child you think, ooh, you really need to watch out, because people are not always kind, and they don't care about you. And I'm able to just like, yeah, even that word innocence, like rediscovering my own innocence, where I can hold that still for myself, and where on a practical level I can just resolve some of these tensions and some of these feelings and the situations that I'm in by doing the TAT and knowing it's there, and also not feeling triggered by the thing that happened before. That's a big one.
That's
a big one.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just deal with what you got in front of you, not your present problem and a whole bunch of stuff from the past.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So is there anything else you'd like to say about this program and what it's brought you?
I just love this program, and I'm so glad. It's just so comprehensive, so easy to follow. It brings up so much in this wonderful, safe, and healing way. It makes me feel connected to you and to everyone else who's doing it with me now or in the future, in this light and beautiful and easy and gentle and just right way. I know that I can use those videos again and again, and that TAT is there for me, that the divine is there for me, and that just you can move on. Yeah, you really can clear all that stuff. You really can. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. It's so great to hear your experience, and I really appreciate your time to share it with me and whoever listens.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay. Thanks a lot,
Thank you
Laura.
so much. Thanks for the program.
Yes. Okay. For
Okay.
everyone listening, thanks, and thanks again, Laura. Bye for
Thank you.
now.
Bye.